Peace Reflections. You are over here with Sorethia. Hit the like and subscribe button. Hit the follow button, depending on which platform you are on, because you see the title Reflection. We are over here taking a dark look. They said a what, Tariq? We taking a dark look reflection. You heard what I said. You heard what I said. Out the road of the photo reflection. It's gonna be a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Okay. Speaking of beautiful day in the neighborhood, we are here to talk about the dark side of the neighborhood. We are here to talk about the rules, reflection. I just wanna be royal. They just trying to be royal reflection, but we got to take a look now. We got to take a look because we heard some things be going on in the kingdom. We heard it's some little shit. It's a little dark side over there, reflection. We heard it's a little dark cloud over there, little blood cloud over there, reflection. I'm just trying to tell you what I heard. Now, they've been talking a lot over there on Mars about this family. Now, we've been trying to figure out on Mars. I wonder why they call them the royals. I wonder why they call them the royal family reflection. We always wondered that. So we came over here to Earth to see what the fuck was really going on, because we've been trying to figure it out. I want to know. We've been trying to figure out, baby. I just want to be royal. They just trying to be royal reflection. They are just trying to be royal. But I heard some unworldly things going on behind those palace doors, baby. I heard they've been trying to live forever and ever and ever. I heard they've been trying to live forever, baby. You know I'm a star, right? You know I be singing. I be singing and shit, reflection. Okay. Let me turn this music down in my spaceship, because there y'all go. Y'all always trying to kill a star dream. Okay. Now, with that being said, reflection, hit the like and subscribe button, hit the follow button, depending on which platform you are on, because you never want to miss out on a video. Because reflection, one day I maybe talking about a little terror, the next day we over here trying to be royal. We over here talking about the royals, reflection. We are talking about the royals, okay? The Hooterethia of the royals, okay? Now, with that being said, reflection, remember, everything in this video is alleged. Everything in this video is what I heard up street, around the corner up the block, but you know I'm gonna come with a little receipt. I'm going to come with a receipt, reflection. I'll be like, well, if you heard that, show me a little something. Give me a little something I can take back over there to Earth. Give me a little something now. Now, if you missed part one, I'm gonna play a little bit of part one. Now, in part one, they was talking about what those 10 children actually went missing. They went missing, reflection. Now, over here in part two, we finna go over there to Dirty Diana. Yes, Dirty Diana was trying to tell us some, reflection. Not the one Michael was talking about, not that one. We talking about another one, okay? She didn't want to be royal. She didn't even want to be royal, reflection. She didn't want to be royal, so they said, listen. Do you want your forehead extended? I don't think they had extended foreheads over there with the royals. I don't know, reflection, because they said allegedly, that's what I heard around Mars. Now they were saying she got on up out of there. Listen, we don't believe in coincidences on Mars. I know y'all do over here on Earth, so it could have been a coincidence. But after this video, reflection, drop in the comments and tell me, what do you think? Tell me, do you believe in coincidence, or was this a little bit of you should have put your seatbelt on because I was watching you? I always feel like somebody's watching me. Shit, reflection. It'd be something in them songs. Y'all better listen. You better listen, reflection. Okay, I'm doing too much. I told you we roll up and pull up over here with my crew now. I told you, if this your first time over here, now hit the like and subscribe button, because I bet you gonna come back. I know you gonna come back, reflection. I know you gonna come back. If you have a good time or a bad time, you gonna come back. If we agree or disagree, disagree, reflection, you gotta come back over here with tea. Okay, so with that being said, reflection, I'm gonna play a little bit of part one in case y'all missed it, and I'm not gonna play all of it. Definitely go back and go over there to the video tab, not the live tab, the video tab, and part one is over there, okay? But in part one, it was 10 children that the royals went over there. They took a little field trip, reflection, and shit. They took 10 of them with me. They said, listen, we just gonna take them on a little hiking trip. They got back, they said, listen, we lost them during the hiking trip, reflection.
Kamloops, British Columbia, Canada. William Coombs was 12 years old at the time of the royal visit. I was an inmate at the Kamloops school when we were visited, said Coombs. I remember it was strange because they came by themselves, no big fanfare or nothing. But I recognized them, and the school principal told us it was the Queen, and we all got given new clothes and good food for the first time in months the day before she arrived. The day the Queen got to the school, I was part of a group of kids that went on a picnic with her and her husband and some of the priests. We went down to a meadow near Dead Man's Creek. I remember it was weird because we all had to bend down and kiss her foot, and she was wearing a white lace boot. After a while, I saw the Queen and her husband leave the picnic with 10 children from the school, and those kids never returned. They took away those 10 kids and nobody ever saw them again. We never heard anything more about them, and we never met them again even when we were older. They were all from around there, but they all vanished. The group that disappeared was 7 boys and 3 girls in age from 6 to 14 years old. They were all from the smart group in the class. 2 of the boys were brothers, and they were matey from Quesnel. Their last name was Arnett.
All right, Reflection. Definitely, if you want to check that whole video out, definitely go over there to part 1. Go to the video tab and check out part 1. This ain't what this video is about, but I just wanted you to know what it was like being royal. What it was like being royal, Reflection. Shit, they told him, listen, put on your good shit. Put on your good shit. Eat this right here. Eat this right here. I want you to be nice and plump. I mean, shit. I meant nice and prompt. I meant nice and prompt. Reflection. That's what they meant. That's what they listen. I'm doing too much. But where they go, Reflection? Where are the children? Where did they go, Reflection? They went on a hiking trip and shit, talking about they lost them on the hiking trip. Talking about they don't know where they at, Reflection. Where did they go? Were they going to be royal? Was they going to be royal and shit, Reflection? Tell me what's going on. Now, speaking of royal, Reflection, now, Princess Diana, for all y'all who don't know who Princess Diana is, that's who we talking about in this video. This part 2. We come back for part 3 too. Yes, because we trying to be royal. We trying to, you get what I'm saying, be righteous and shit over here. Reflection. I don't know about royal though, because there's some strange things over there with the royals, okay? Now, speaking of strange things, Princess Diana, if it was ever a whistleblower, blow the whistle. Shit, she was blowing the whistle over there, Reflection. She didn't want to be royal. She wasn't with that shit. She didn't like the queen outfit. She said her breath and shit was stinking. Allegedly, Reflection. She didn't like her. She really didn't like her like that, Reflection, okay? You know, the queen was always trying to put down order, trying to tell Princess Diana what the fuck to do. She said, put down them little melanated babies. Put them down, Diana. Who the hell told you to kiss all of them and shit? You're picking them up, kissing them and shit, talking about love and spreading love throughout the earth and shit, Diana. Put on this white and black checkerboard outfit and shut the fuck up. That's what you better do. Yeah, that's what you better do. Who told you to come over here and make change? So you over there at www.change.org or something. Who told you that you came to change the fucking world? You came to be the princess. See, they didn't like that, Reflection. She was a little rebellious. I don't know if she was a Sagittarius, air sign, or fucking Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I don't know what she was, Reflection, but she was rebellious. She didn't like to follow the rules, Reflection. She picked up them babies. She said, "Mwah! You taste like apple pie." That's what Princess Diana said. And the rules said, no. We know they taste like apple pie. Allegedly, when you kiss them. I'm talking about when you kiss them, Reflection. Shh, stay in the spaceship. Allegedly. She said, listen, mwah! I know they taste like apple pie, but this ain't how you supposed to do it. This ain't how we do it. This ain't how we do it. Keep on, Diana. Put the fucking checkerboard suit on. I ain't gonna tell you no more. We bet my great-great-grandma, the first Queen Elizabeth, wore this damn suit, and you gonna wear it too.
Princess Diana, right? Yeah. She's the wife of the king right now. Yeah. Literally, what's his name? King Charles. Literally the king right now. So before, when she was still a princess and Prince Charles was still a prince, there was claims that Princess Diana used to cheat on him with many men.
Damn. That sucks.
But also, Prince Charles used to have affairs also.
Oh, so they both were cheaters?
They both were cheating. Okay. So anyways, they got divorced, right? Yeah. And after the divorce, the royal family was going to give her security, right? Because she used to be part of the royal family. Okay. If she goes out in the public, she's still like associated somehow. Needs some security. She denied all of it, right? Yeah. And she started dating this guy. I think his last name is Fayed, right? Okay. Fayed. So her and Fayed in a car accident, literally 5 minutes away from their hotel room, right? Oh, shit. Now this is what's crazy. Princess Diana, she wrote a note before she died, and it was supposed to go to her trusted butler. And in the note it said, "My husband, aka Prince Charles at the time, is trying to me, and he is planning a malfunction in my car with the brake system, so I will get in an accident, right?
Okay.
So she wrote that letter before she died, right? Now the story goes, they were going down this road.
Yeah.
Fuck, bro. They blamed it on the cameraman at first, like paparazzi, right?
Okay.
They blamed it on the paparazzi chasing them, so they pushed them down this one tunnel. Now at this tunnel is where the crash happened, and you couldn't see anything that happened because it was enclosed in the tunnel.
Okay.
Now, what's really suspicious? 14 security cameras were not recording that whole route.
Okay, so there's not evidence that she's actually dead right now.
No. Well, there's evidence that she's, because there's a crash and shit, and the guy,
I guess,
died too. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Literally, her and the guy that she was dating both died in the crash. And what's crazy, the theory goes that Prince Charles hated that guy so much, and they're quote unquote like because he's Muslim.
Okay.
And they were embarrassed that there was a rumor she was pregnant with his kid.
Oh.
They say, oh, he can't be royal, baby. Now, your ass may don't want to be royal, but don't be trying to mix the royal bloodline. We ain't doing no step pappies or none of that shit around here. I told you better be royal. Reflection. So they was alleging Reflection. She and him, they was cheating, allegedly. They both was cheating. They had a little open relationship, allegedly. It's the shit we heard. Reflection. We don't know what the shit we heard now. Okay, we don't know nothing about over there in the royals. But listen. They were saying that they was both cheating and shit, Reflection, okay? He wasn't pleasing and she wasn't pleasing, I guess, so they was finding people to please and shit, Reflection, allegedly. So she had found somebody else, but he was Muslim, and allegedly he had a little piece of Egyptian. I seen the picture. I don't know about whole Egyptian, but he had maybe a little 2% in him. When Reflection, 2%. Just because you're from Egypt don't mean you Egyptian. But listen, Reflection. I just wanna be royal. Listen, I'm just saying, Reflection. They said, Taretha, yes it do. No the fuck it don't, Reflection. But whatever. Listen. So she found her a new man, Reflection. She found her a new man, and he was putting it down, baby. He was putting it down. So Charles' ass got mad, Reflection, I guess, because he wasn't putting it down. Because, you know, if you was busy with your side B, then what you worried about my little side piece for? What you worried about my side piece for if you got a side piece? But I think he really wasn't worried. It was when she got pregnant. Because he like, damn. Like, you supposed to just been going over there being royal. You weren't supposed to, you get what I'm saying, bring a little royal back too outside the bloodline. But it was alleged, Reflection, that they had broke up anyway. This was her new man, and they was finna get married and shit. They was finna get married, Reflection. But keep in mind, he had a little side piece too. Now, it was a rumor with his side piece as well, Reflection. Hit the like and subscribe button. I'm just over here trying to get you the tea, and we with tea, Reflection. We over here talking about the royals. We talking about they ass.
Elizabeth I had rotten teeth. It was so bad that if she was in your face talking to you, you would find yourself drifting in and out of consciousness. They were blackened and rotted because of her love for sugar, and believe it or not, it was said to have caused a speech impediment towards the end of her life because so many teeth had fallen out that people couldn't really understand her when she spoke. These are some other facts about the true appearance of Elizabeth I. Elizabeth contracted smallpox in 1562, which severely damaged her skin. This is what pockmarked skin caused by extreme acne looks like, and this isn't even really that bad. Smallpox, however, would have been infinitely worse, especially for someone who survived it in her time. And to cover up these scars, she used a white lead-based makeup. This intense exposure to lead every single day over the course of decades was harmful and caused skin damage such as outbreaks and possibly lead poisoning over time. She wore wigs, which was common for her time, but also her natural hair had fallen out, and it's believed that lead poisoning contributed to that. So do any paintings exist that depict her as she actually looked? This is a lock of her hair from 1572. You could see that her iconic red is starting to fade into a white. And here's a portrait of her about 20 years later. Clear skin, full head of hair, probably a wig. A lot of portraits of the Queen, in fact I think every single one, was designed to make her look eternally youthful and glorious, especially in the painting that commemorates England's victory over the Spanish Armada, which they defeated in 1588. Quite unexpectedly too. Like, the world thought for sure England was going to be toast when all those Spanish ships showed up, but England won, so they celebrated with a painting. And in this painting, their leader, it looks very young. She does not look like she's close to 60 for a woman of the 16th century. Her skin is clear, her makeup looks great, she's got a full head of hair there. Don't know if the people are supposed to know that, but we do. And her mouth was closed. Lastly, these sculptures of the queen were made using her death mask as a model. And while I think the death mask is accurate, I think somebody took some liberties to make her look a lot younger and healthier than she actually was. And you can't be mad because we all use filters. Have a great day.
Baby, a filter and chalk is two totally different things. Now, wait a minute. We're not finna play that game. Now, he said because we use a little filter reflection, a little, you get what I'm saying? Eyelash filter shit. It's the same as putting chalk on your face. It's not the same. They said, so right there, now you got on a little, baby, you heard what they said, reflection. That is not the same shit that the Egyptians was putting on their face, reflection. I don't think it's the same. I don't think it is. But who am I to judge? Who am I to judge? Reflection shit, that's her thing. But listen, I played that video because remember, Princess Diana said that the queen breath and shit was stinking. So I'm thinking that maybe her breath was stinking, reflection, because it was alleged. We don't know it. They said that her breath was stinking, but it was probably because of her great grandma, reflection. This is some hereditary shit. Okay. I'm just trying to figure out.
Conspiracy theory. Princess Diana. Princess Diana was killed in a car crash in Paris in 1997, 1 year after her divorce from Prince Charles. Conspiracies immediately started with theorists stating key points surrounding the accident. The theories focus on her relationship with Dodi Fayed, who died in the limo alongside her. He was supposedly planning to propose to Diana the night of the accident. The theory here is that the royal family had a hand in her passing to stop this marriage. Dodi's father said they were killed because the monarchy couldn't stand the thought of Diana and Prince Charles's sons, heirs to the British throne, having a stepfather who was Egyptian and Muslim. People also believe that she may have been pregnant at the time of the accident. Theorists believe that Diana's medical care after the crash was deliberately sabotaged. Because Diana was treated at the scene for an hour and not immediately rushed to the nearest hospital after this, she was driven slowly to the hospital and then stopped minutes away to supposedly be treated again inside the ambulance. There were 14 CCTV cameras in the underpass, however, not one captured the fatal incident. A note was found months after Diana's passing written by the princess, which read, "My husband is planning an accident in my car, brake failure and head injury to make the path clear for him to marry."
What you think, reflection? Princess Diana said, I was trying to tell they ass, but I left notes, sticky notes in the refrigerator on the Kool-Aid and shit. I don't even know if they drink Kool-Aid. Reflection, I'm just saying she looked like the type she might drink a little Kool-Aid. Reflection, what they say? Oh, they drinking something. They ain't no red Kool-Aid. Okay. But I'm just saying, reflection, she was giving heads up. She was letting people know. And it was crazy how not only was she letting people know, reflection, she predicted it. So think about something. For you to know how somebody would do something to you, that means this ain't their first time doing this. Allegedly, if they were behind the reflection, that like, how would she know exactly how they are going to allegedly take her out, reflection? How would she know that if she hadn't seen this style before? But now, if you've been around a person that been taking people out, you get what I'm saying, reflection, you may know how they get down. You may know they MO. You may know, reflection. Or do you think he may have told her that? But that was kind of detailed. She knew not only was it going to involve a car, she knew that it was going to involve her brakes. She knew all of that. How did she really know that, reflection? How did she know that? Okay. Do you think this is just a coincidence? Remember, I don't believe in coincidences, but you might. Jump in the comments and let me know. Do you think this all is just a big cluster fucker of what I say, a big cluster fucker of because they both were cheating, reflection. They both was cheating. He had a side piece that he couldn't marry. This T right here now. He couldn't even marry his side piece, reflection, because Queen Elizabeth, I said Queen Elizabeth, because of Princess Diana, reflection. So he would have had to get her out of the way before he could have married anyone else. Okay, so what do you think about that, reflection? What do you think? Do you think it's motive there, or do you think it was staged, or do you think this is just a freak accident? What do you think?
You've probably heard the conspiracy theory that the royal family killed Princess Diana but don't know where it came from, so here's the full tea on the rumor. First of all, just months before her death, Princess Diana wrote a note that said that she thinks her husband, now King Charles, is planning to kill her with a staged car accident. Shortly after their wedding, the royal families decided that they did not like Diana. She was disobedient, didn't have the vernacular that they did, and they didn't want her to be the future queen. Charles fell out of love with her and would degrade her publicly often, leading Diana to attempt to unalive herself. He cheated on her with Camilla, who is now the queen consort, and he could not marry Camilla while Diana was still alive due to palace rules. He needed to clear the way, and on August 31st, 1997, Princess Diana died in a car accident while being chased by the paparazzi with 3 other people in the car. But it appeared to be no accident. Suspiciously dying with her was her new man, Egyptian film producer Dodi Al-Fayed, who she was rumored to be pregnant with his child. His dad literally said that he is without a shadow of a doubt in his mind that his son was murdered, because they allegedly didn't like his background and the fact that he's Muslim and didn't want him to be the stepdad to the future king. This wouldn't be a surprise if he was murdered, because Diana literally said and thinks that the man that she loved before him, Barry, who also died in a suspicious car accident, was knocked off by the royal family. Even though the driver died too, people think that he was in on it, but he was set up. He thought the crash was going to happen from the back of the car, killing Diana and her man in the back. But a lot of witnesses saw a very bright flash blinding him right when he entered the tunnel, caused him to lose control and crash and die. He died with a brand new hundreds of thousands of dollars in his bank account that they think he was paid to do this. Diana's family thinks it was a setup too, because she wasn't wearing her seatbelt, but they think they broke it so she couldn't. The ambulance got to the hospital over an hour after they picked her up, but they were only 3 miles away. And they allegedly illegally embalmed her body way too early so no one can do tests on what happened. Before I show you the craziest piece of evidence, make sure you follow so you finally know the craziest conspiracy theories about each of these.
Okay, Reflection, hit the like and subscribe. But remember, everything over here is alleged. Definitely go do your own research. But damn, those are a lot of coincidence. Reflection, those are a lot of coincidence. And what do you think about due to palace rules? He could not marry his other girlfriend, Reflection. He couldn't marry her because Princess Diana was in the way. And not only that, Reflection, she had went and got pregnant, allegedly, by this Egyptian Muslim. What do you think about that? How do you think about the royals? Do you think they were happy about that, Reflection? Or do you think they like, listen, we weren't really even, we weren't fucked up about it. We knew how Diana got down. We knew how dirty Diana got down, baby. Do you think that's what they said, Reflection? Or do you think they said, listen, I told you she wasn't a game player when you brought her ass over here. I could tell by her kneecaps that she wasn't gonna be right for the kingdom, baby. I knew that. Do you think that's what Queen Elizabeth said?
Have you heard of the witnesses to the Princess Diana crash that said they saw 2 dark cars nearby, but that authorities wouldn't listen to their story? There were 2 witnesses that drove by the car crash right after it happened, and their names are Robin and Jack Firestone. Robin Firestone says that she saw 2 mysterious, dark, formal-looking cars at the scene of the accident. She says, they were just awkwardly parked, and I don't recall anyone being in them. The 2 cars had to be driving ahead of Diana's car. They then buried all reference to them, but they were there. Tried to go to police and talk to them, but when they went up to an officer, without hesitation, he said, they have enough witnesses, don't worry about it. They basically just had a ton of trouble trying to get the police to take a statement from them. And when they finally did, the police wrote it in French and asked them to sign, and the Firestones said they weren't going to sign because they didn't know what it said because they spoke English. Okay, so fast forward 10 years and they finally get to testify. They go all the way to England, they live in New York, because they're going to testify as witnesses in the 2007 British investigation. Jack goes up to the stand first. He gets asked a ton of questions. A lot of his answers, he says, well, you'll have to ask Robin about that because she saw something there. You know, they were on different sides of the car. They saw different things. When it's Robin's turn to testify, she goes up, gets asked a couple questions, and then basically they're like, okay, you're good. And she was like, I didn't even tell him what I saw. But the Lord Justice was basically like, well, our shorthand writers need to take a break. So like any respectable TikTok detective would do, I went to the court archives to see if she was telling the truth. Here they are. They testified on December 3rd, 2007 in the afternoon. And I can confirm, I read the court transcript. It played out exactly as she says in the articles. He says, okay, that'll be all. She says, there's something I'd like to say. Am I allowed to say something? He says, I guess. She says, well, I wish I was asked a question my husband was asked. You know, we are different people. Yeah, men have trouble with that. She's able to clarify a couple points when she gets interrupted again. He says, I have just received a note that the shorthand writers are absolutely desperate for a break because we have got far further than we would normally, but I think we have the point. She says, well, I am not sure if you did. However, If this is the point that it is, I feel once again that here I am all the way in England and I know what I saw and I would like to say what I saw, but once again it just seems that where the French said that the investigation is totally 100% complete and Scotland Yard said that it is 100% complete, that I am being shunned, and if that is the way that that is, then that is the way that that is, and I thank the court. And that is that, I suppose. Thank you. And then she gets dismissed and then the Firestones are done. That's all the testimony.
Queen Elizabeth said, shut her ass up. Yes, baby, shut her up. Listen. Those are the same black cars that sometimes pick me up. I know that. But it's a lot of black cars out there. Don't you be accusing me of shit. Don't make me shapeshift on you, baby. Allegedly, I don't even know if she can shapeshift. Reflection. That's what I heard. Hit the like and subscribe button. We over here talking about the royals. We talking about the royals, baby. Listen. Princess Diana was, her life was in danger. Sound like Reflection. Sound like she was blowing the whistle.
1903, Queen Elizabeth I was on her bed when she spotted something terrifying next to her. Herself. Queen Elizabeth I claimed to have seen her doppelganger lying beside her, looking like a corpse. She stated that she was, quote, pallid, shivered, and wan. It scared and shocked her. One thing to know about the story is the fact that Queen Elizabeth I didn't have faith in superstitions or the paranormal. She was considered to be sensible and practical. However, she knew the folklore about doppelgangers and recognized it was a bad sign. A few days later, Queen Elizabeth I died. Rather, if Queen Elizabeth I saw her actual doppelganger or dreamed it, it's creepy that this happened to her right before she passed away. What do you think she saw?
Yeah, that was her great grandma right there, Reflection. I think that's her great grandma. They got the same name and everything. But listen, Reflection, because a lot of people say they be coming back. Reflection, they be saying they be coming back like cook crack. That's what they be saying, Reflection. I don't know nothing about none of that. But what I am saying, Reflection, is she got a whole lot of characteristics of her grandma. If that's her grandma, she got a whole lot of characteristics of her, Reflection. What do you think?
Conspiracy theory: Princess Diana. Princess Diana was killed in a car crash in Paris in 1997, 1 year after her divorce from Prince Charles. Conspiracies immediately started with theorists stating key points surrounding the accident. The theories focus on her relationship with Dodi Fayed, who died in the limo alongside her. He was supposedly planning to propose to Diana the night of the accident. The theory here is that the royal family had a hand in her passing to stop this marriage. Dodi's father said they were killed because the monarchy couldn't stand the thought of Diana and Prince Charles's sons, heirs to the British throne, having a stepfather who was Egyptian and Muslim. People also believe that she may have been pregnant at the time of the accident. Theorists believe that Diana's medical care after the crash was deliberately sabotaged. Because Diana was treated at the scene for an hour and not immediately rushed to the nearest hospital after this, she was driven slowly to the hospital and then stopped minutes away to supposedly be treated again inside the ambulance. There were 14 CCTV cameras in the underpass, however, not one captured the fatal incident. A note was found months after Diana's passing written by the princess, which read, "My husband is planning an accident in my car, brake failure and head injury to make the path clear for him to marry."
What you think about that? I had to make sure we still in attendance. Okay, hit the like and subscribe, but we still in the crew, baby. We still in our spaceship. So with that being said, Reflection, what do you think about that? He was supposed to propose to her the night that she went missing. Now we're gonna get into part 3. Is this all a conspiracy that Princess Diana, you get what I'm saying, do a little setup around that, Reflection, or do you think she was fucking set up? Do you think that's what it was? No, Taretha, you got this misunderstood. And one, no, you must don't know how the royals, how they get down, babe. It ain't no, you don't want to be royal. It ain't no, you don't want to be royal. You finna go fuck who you want to fuck. You can fuck them, but you don't bring no little, you get what I'm saying. You don't bring them back to the house, baby. You don't do that. You get what I'm saying? Papa was a Rolling Stone. Wherever he lay his head is his home, but he don't have no evidence. He don't have no evidence. Reflection can't bring back no evidence. Shit. Okay, so do you think that's what she fucked up, Reflection? Do you think she should have, you get what I'm saying, jumped off the magic stick? Do you think that's what she messed up at?
That's why there's a lot of interbreeding when it comes to, and when we witness the royal bloodlines. That's why there's a lot of like, oh, go ahead and marry your cousin because he's the Duke of whatever. It's not that they wanted to keep the money or the power. It's that they wanted to keep the bloodlines so that the reptilians can continue to come in. And apparently, one of the most witnessed shapeshifter in present day is Queen Elizabeth. And there are, like, what I've read as far as like blogs and articles and different things from England is there are thousands of calls every single year for every appearance that she makes of like, oh my God, like, am I losing my mind? Do I need to go visit a hospital? But like, I swear I just saw Queen Elizabeth as like a 10-foot tall lizard. You know what I mean? Like, these are just people who are just out there waving the flag, watching Queenie just walking by, and they literally see her in her true form, which I think is really fascinating.
All right, reflection. So what do you think about that? What do you mean? What do you think they mean when they say true form? What do you think they mean when they actually say they seen her in her true form? What do they mean, reflection? Now, all this shit is lit. She may be from over there on Venus, Mars, Jupiter. I don't fucking know. I know not Mars, but she may be from Jupiter somewhere, reflection. And she said that the queen, what about her true form? What are they talking about true form? I thought her true form was right here on the in the yellow and shit, reflection. Is that not the queen's true form?
Watch this closely. Did you see it? Watch.
Now look close right here, reflection. You got to see the little knife and shit. If you listen, the knife moved on its own, reflection.
Watch this closely. Did you see it? Watch again. Pay close attention. Watch this closely. Did you see it?
I ain't finna play with Elizabeth ass. I'm not finna play with Elizabeth ass one more time for the people in the back who didn't see it, who was rolling up and shit.
Watch this closely. Did you see it? Watch again. Pay close attention. Watch this closely. Did you see it? Watch again. Pay close attention.
I knew it was some abracadabra going on over there. I knew it reflects. Listen, just take my word on it. I knew it was some abracadabra. I knew that.
This picture was taken at Diana's funeral. Why is she smiling? Why is the queen smiling? If her daughter-in-law, or like ex-daughter-in-law, but she thought of her as a daughter, just passed away, I would not be smiling at any funeral. She is clearly smiling in this. So similarly to how she was going to marry Barry before he tragically passed away in a mysterious, sketchy car accident that's very similar to how she passed away. And Diana said this publicly, like she believes that the royal family ended him and that it was.
He said, I thought you learned from the last one. I thought you learned from the last one. I thought you was ready to be royal, reflection. Now listen at this one more time and tell me if you hear any coincidences.
This picture was taken at Diana's funeral. Why is she smiling? Why is the queen smiling? If her daughter-in-law, or like ex-daughter-in-law, but she thought of her as a daughter, just passed away, I would not be smiling at any funeral. She is clearly smiling in this. So similarly to how she was going to marry Barry before he tragically passed away in a mysterious, sketchy car accident that's very similar to how she passed away. And Diana said this publicly, like she believes that the royal family ended him and that it was all staged. So this would not be the first staged accident. Something is off. Like it's just too sketchy.
Baby, she said she don't believe in coincidence, neither reflection. She from the east side over there on Venus. She said that she don't believe in that. She may be from the moon, I don't know, reflection, but she said she don't believe that. She don't believe because, you know, the moon deals with hidden shit. She said, reflection, listen. She said that she don't believe that she know what happened to Princess Diana last side piece, baby. She was going, you know what I'm saying? Princess Diana said she went, baby. It was nothing for her. It was nothing, baby. It was nothing. Don't make her jump outside.
Do you think you'll ever be queen?
No, I don't. No.
Why do you think that?
I'd like to be a queen of people's hearts, in people's hearts. But I don't see myself being queen of this country. I don't think many people would want me to be queen. Actually, when I say many people, I mean the establishment that I'm married into, because they've decided that I'm a non-starter.
Why do you think they've decided that?
Because I do things differently, because I don't go by a rule book, because I lead from the heart, not the head. And albeit that's got me into trouble in my work, I understand that. But someone's got to go out there and love people and show it.
They were followed, and some say pursued, by a pack of freelance photographers called paparazzis, and apparently speeds of up to 100 miles an hour, when apparently the driver of the Mercedes lost control and slammed into a barrier, hit a wall, and flipped. And from what we've seen of the car, it was a devastating accident. This car is built like a truck, and it was just crushed. We do know that Diana was revived at the scene by paramedics, but that her condition worsened very quickly. She was rushed to hospital, and as Jack said in the opening of the program, heroic efforts to revive her failed.
All she had to do was be royal reflection. That's what that's what Queen Elizabeth probably, as she was watching that interview, she probably was just shaking her head and shit, shaking her little head with her cup full of red juice and shit, reflection. She was red Kool-Aid, and she was probably red Kool-Aid, and she was probably reflecting. She probably said all she had to fucking do was be royal. That's all she almost blessed a little vessel on the side of her head and shit, side of a little scaly head reflection with her cup of red Kool-Aid. She almost dropped it, but she said, whoop, 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 I can't drop that, baby. I can't drop that. Not that red Kool-Aid. And she said, this motherfucker just said to be royal. She don't never want to be royal. I gave her outfits and shit. She ain't want to wear none of the outfits. I'm starting to think she better than me. Now, I'm the fucking queen. You ain't nothing but the princess, baby. You ain't nothing but the princess, baby. Okay, so what do you think, reflection? Do you think it was the prince? If she did get on about it, do you think it was the prince or do you think it was the queen? Who do you think didn't like her ass more, the prince or the queen? Because he was pushing her and shit. I seen the video. That may was an accident, but he pushed her a little bit, reflection, publicly tried to play it off and shit like he was waving at the people. I said, look at him trying to push her ass and act like he was waving at the people.
People called her rude when Princess Diana was spotted sleeping at a royal party. However, here's the truth about why she fell asleep there. On November 4, 1981, just 3 months after her marriage to Prince Charles, 20-year-old Princess Diana attended a lavish party in London. Photographer Tim Graham happened to capture the picture of her dozing off in a red chair. The news quickly spread and many were quick to say her behavior was rude, but in reality Princess Diana was in her first trimester of her pregnancy.
She said, baby, pregnant or not, this shit is boring. This is boring, baby. Y'all can put me to fucking sleep. I don't like this shit. Y'all don't have real good parties, baby. I'm used to going to some real good parties, baby. Okay, I've been all the way over there in Egypt and shit, partying, allegedly. This shit ain't fun. Y'all, everybody walking around with cups of red Kool-Aid and shit. I'm tired of red Kool-Aid, baby. I'm tired of fucking red Kool-Aid. I don't need no red Kool-Aid. That's what she said, reflection. Okay. So with that being said, speaking of red Kool-Aid, reflection, let me get it. I think it's time. Because y'all don't like talking about red Kool-Aid over here on earth. So with that being said, reflection, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. Make sure you hit that button because you never know when we coming back over here talking about the royals. Until next time, Ashe.